G'day One More Fly Squad, my name is Jaden, welcome back to another video. I'm at Adelaide Airport. Today I'm going to fly Virgin Australia Economy X, I believe on one of their X Silk Air aircraft from here to Melbourne. Now without further ado, let's go in and check in because it's really cold here and I got my takeaway coffee as well. I mean, it's actually tea. My flight today is VA212, departing Adelaide Airport at 8:10. So I just made it to the airport over an hour before my flight. So the traditional peak hour at Adelaide Airport is 5 to 6 a.m. So the morning rush would have just passed. The Virgin Australia check-in area is essentially empty at the moment, and so was security. And I made it through really quickly. So my long-time viewers would notice that usually I catch the 6 a.m. flights because I have a connecting flight to catch from the East Coast to overseas. But not today, I'm flexible. My final destination is Melbourne, so I simply went for the cheapest flight, which is the 8:10 flight for $110, and that was choice fare. So I've got Virgin Australia Travelocity Gold status, and that granted me access to the Virgin Lounge before my flight. I really like the warm yellowish ambient light at the moment. It's really soothing and comfortable to look at in the morning. There's a bar where you can order alcohol after 12 p.m. For now you can order specialty coffees. You can also head to the buffet for continental and hot breakfast food like yogurt, fruits, cupcakes and corn succotash. The food selection today is pretty decent. So I just went to the bar and ordered this oat chai latte. For food I just went for corn succotash and I actually had 2 plates. It was really good and luckily it was vegan. So I'm not going to take a shower today, but for those who wish to take a shower, you can grab the towel from the receptions, and there are 4 shower suites in here. There are 2 standard ones and 2 more that are parents and children friendly, also disabled friendly. Oh hello there coat hooks. So this is one of the standard ones. They're smaller, but still really decently sized. There's a bench for your hand carry luggage. And now we're going to check out the bigger one, which is more inclusive. Right away you can tell it's a lot bigger. There's also a bench in the shower space. It also features a baby changing table. Now it is time to board our flight to Melbourne, Australia. Here's our aircraft today. An 8-year-old Virgin Australia Boeing 737-800 Victor Hotel, India Juliet, Quebec. So this aircraft was initially delivered to Silk Air in 2014, and then when Silk Air merged with Singapore Airlines, Virgin Australia took this aircraft in 2021.
We got whiskey, I'm sorry.
Yes, sorry, yes. You're an emergency exit room? Get willing and able to help in the case of an emergency?
Yeah. There you are, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's next, please? Thank you.
Morning.
Hello, how are you?
Yeah, thank you. Yourself?
Thank you.
Thanks. Welcome on board X Silk Air Virgin Australia 737. Like the other Virgin planes, you've got 2 rows of business, but no divider between economy and business. My seat today is 14F, an economy X seat. It's extra legroom due to the emergency exit. Now let's go through the seat features together. It's my first time on X Silk Air aircraft, so I'm learning this with you. So you've got literature pocket, there's this latch here, you can pull it up, and then a mobile phone holder would drop down. Conveniently, there's a USB port next to it, so you can charge your phone while watching your movie. There's a coat hook and a tray table. You can move it back and forth, but you can't fold it. Down here is the netted seat pocket. There's no extra pouch like the IHG 737. Legroom at emergency exit is of course decent. Last but not least, there's a soft adjustable headrest at every seat. So Economy X is complimentary for Platinum members. Same goes for Inflight Wi-Fi. For other travellers, you have to pay $33 for this sector to sit in Economy X.
Flight members, it is wonderful to have you with us again. So please stop at Virgin Australia Entertainment on your own device for free streaming movies, TV shows and children's entertainment. Simply connect to the Virgin Australia Wi-Fi network and then head to wi-fi.virginaustralia.com. To keep the island exits clear, your smaller bags and heavier items go onto the seat in front of you. Larger bags can go in the lockers, wheels first where possible. Once they are something to eat or drink, our onboard menus in your seat pocket with plenty of options for you to purchase with a credit card. Unfortunately, we are unable to accept cash or Apple Pay. And of course, there's complimentary tea, coffee and water. So please to offer Virgin Australia entertainment on your own device, free streaming movies, TV shows and children's entertainment. Simply connect to the Virgin Australia Wi-Fi network and then head to wifi.virginaustralia.com. If you lose your phone in your seat, don't make a mistake, just ask the crew for assistance. And for your convenience, there are 2 lavatories in the rear of the aircraft and guest seats.
So there's Wi-Fi on board, entertainment is complimentary, however you'll have to pay for internet access. So there's free audio library, movies and TV shows to choose from. There's also a flight map. The in-flight service started exactly 10 minutes after takeoff, so coffee, tea and water complimentary. I didn't notice anyone purchasing an item from the menu, so service on this flight was quick and efficient. So for bevy, I went for a hot black coffee. A very nice cabin crew recognized me from YouTube, so he gave me free snacks from business class. We also chatted a little bit in the galley, so overall a very quick, enjoyable flight down to Melbourne. Now a quick lavatory visit before we start our descent into Melbourne.
Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update from the flight deck. We just left our cruising altitude 37,000 feet. On descent into Melbourne, lovely 12 degrees light breeze.
We've started our descent into Melbourne Tullamarine, so I'll quickly conclude this trip report with Virgin Australia right here, right now. Our journey today started at Adelaide Airport, check-in and security quick and easy. We just avoided the peak hour. The lounge was nice and quiet. The breakfast selection this morning was really good. Once on board, a warm welcome from our cabin crew. They were all energetic, charming and friendly on this flight. For the coffee, tea, water service, a cabin crew started at the front and 2 more started at the back, so everybody got their beverages really quick, and it just made this Adelaide to Melbourne flight felt a bit longer than usual, in a good way though. Now for the new Virgin Australia seat, there's no double seat back padding and it's a bit thinner, so I can imagine on a longer flight it might be a bit uncomfortable, but for a short flight like this one, it's perfectly good. It's quite ergonomic and also there's headrest and a USB port at every seat. And again, as I mentioned earlier, today I paid $110 for this flight to Melbourne. It's slightly expensive for this sector because I booked it last minute. So overall a very enjoyable flight this morning with Virgin Australia. So that's it for the conclusion and trip report. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Please, if you haven't done so, comment, like and share. And most importantly, please subscribe and click the bell button as well so you won't miss out on another trip report which I upload once or twice a week. You can follow me and keep up to date with me via my social media platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, BeReal, TikTok and Facebook. For those who want to make direct impacts into funding my flights, you can do so via PayPal or Patreon. I'll have the links in the description for more information. Thank you again for your support and continuous viewership. Now please enjoy the approach and landing into Tullamarine, and I'll have a Q&A after. Bye bye.
on tarmac or anywhere in the terminal. You cannot take your devices off flight mode, but please note you can't use them on the tarmac. If you have bags to collect, they will be available in the baggage claim area in Terminal 3. Just follow the signs to the ground floor. As always, our ground team are happy to help. We'd like to thank you all for choosing to fly with us today. Virgin Australia has been our pleasure looking after each and every one of you. If Melbourne's home, well, welcome home. Others who wish you a wonderful stay or a safe onward journey. Thank you and a very good morning.
So I just got off the flight. I'm just gonna head to the Virgin Australia lounge to grab a coffee before I grab my suitcase and take the sky bus to the city. So Virgin Australia Gold and Platinum members as well as business class guests have access to the lounge after their flight. I went to the bathroom and also got this takeaway oat latte. When I got to the baggage claim, my bag was there waiting for me, and then when I got to the bus stop, I was the first in the queue, meaning I just missed my bus. I literally saw it departed in front of me. G'day Onboard Fly Squad, welcome back to another vlog. I'm currently wearing my oversized United Polaris pajamas. There you go, the logo's right there. And yeah, I'm gonna do my Q&A right now. It's a bit cold in Adelaide, that's why I'm wearing this. What happens when I get involuntary downgraded from business to economy? So definitely know your rights. Different country, different airlines have very different rules, so I can't really give you a solid answer. That being said, I've not been downgraded before, so I can't tell you much either. I've been, however, bumped up, not down. So when I get bumped up, I don't really ask for anything. I just ask for a window seat if possible. Is it worthy to sit in business class from Bangkok to Hong Kong on Cathay? I would say this to most airlines and routes. It depends on how much they sell it for and how much the difference between economy and business. If there's not much business difference, sure, get business. That being said, try get a flat bed instead of the sofa seats you get on A330 or A321neo. What's your favorite meal to eat in the air? Usually in economy class, you can't go wrong with curry and most Asian dishes. Recently, I was really stunned on China Airlines from Taipei to Hong Kong. So first of all, the portion was really generous. 1 hour flight, you get starter, main, and dessert, fruits. And I was really impressed by how delicious that vegan main dish was. It was insane, like literally one of the best meals I've had ever on a 1 hour flight in economy. Which One Watt Sapphire Lounge would you recommend the most in Hong Kong? Definitely the Qantas one. I love the open space, the bar, and the dining options. Some people might prefer the pier. It's a completely different vibe and it's a bit further away. You've got a tea room, buffet, and there's no a la carte, but they've got so much food offering there. Do you book your tickets by cash or miles? Bit of both. If it's too expensive, I use miles. Excuse me. If it's cheap, cash. There are some websites out there that let you put in the value of how much it will cost if it's money or miles, and then they'll give you recommendation judging on the values that you put in, which one is more worth it. How can you adjust your body to jet lag, and what's the best diet during travels? I'm quite used to adjusting my jet lag and my body's quite built for it, so I literally just came back from Hong Kong yesterday via Shenzhen, Shanghai and Melbourne. So I didn't sleep well on Shanghai Airlines because I was in economy and I got a neighbour. But it was a red-eye flight, so I was quite tired when I got to Melbourne, and then I had to catch another flight to Adelaide. I got to Adelaide perhaps 11 a.m. I didn't sleep till 4. I thought it was going to be a nap, but no, I woke up at 8 a.m. next day, so I had a 16-hour sleep uninterrupted. So most people can't do that, but I can. So that's how I adjust to jet lag, have a long or short sleep. It's adjusted. Regarding diet, something light and healthy, lots of greens and fruits. I do like some carbs, but not too much to keep me full. And I think carbs help you sleep as well. Don't know if that's true. And avoid too much alcohol, obviously. What's the best lounge you've been, including the best variety of inclusions? Best variety of inclusions, I think you mean by the facilities they've got there. Probably the pier in Hong Kong. It's got day rooms and restaurants and buffet in the first lounge. In business, it's got sofas and beds for you to rest as well. Also, tea room, Chinese cuisine, Western cuisine, shower rooms. Really, you've got everything there. Have you ever received complaints from people waiting to use the restroom? No, because if there's a long queue behind me, I will not do my lavatory tour there, or I would just quickly video it without doing the voiceover, which takes longer. Yeah, so depending on the situation, you'll see that I just do voiceover. Sometimes I do my voice as I videotape it. How do you cope with jet lag? I kind of answered that, so, I just got the capability to sleep really well. Can you review Perth to London? Tim, I really want to. It's just that it's really expensive, that route. Like, by cash, it's expensive. By miles or points, it's so high in demand. Usually, you quite literally have to book them a year in advance. So, my answer is yes, I can if I get the opportunity. Have I ever flown Iceland Air? No, I have not, but I would really want to. From my patron, what's your opinion on Virgin Australia using 737-700 on Cairns to Haneda? Obviously, it kind of sucks that they won't be using the MAX for a while due to the delays from Boeing. But I guess it's better than not operating that route at all. What else can I say? Obviously, it's not the best aircraft compared to what Qantas, Japan Airlines and ANA are flying between the two countries. But they are making it cheaper, which makes sense. Hopefully the food's going to be stunning. There's going to be Wi-Fi as well. Kind of wish they would acquire some bigger aircraft from leasing companies or other airlines, like how Qantas is going to use Finnair. But I guess Virgin Australia themselves, they don't have the crew to operate bigger planes because they only fly 737 at the moment. And the final question, do you have annual travel insurance or do you rely on credit card, or don't you have it? Interesting question. So I do not have travel insurance for a few reasons. So I live in Australia, so technically you would think that I could get an Australian annual travel insurance, but I can't because I don't have Medicare. Most companies I've looked at require Medicare for annual travel insurance. I could get one-off trips insurance though, without Medicare, but with residency in Australia, so I just get one-off travel insurance, like single trip they call it. If you've got any recommendation, let me know, but make sure that they have to include people who live in Australia without Medicare. I could get Hong Kong travel insurance, but most companies require you to start and finish your trip from Hong Kong within 45 days. So basically, to keep that insurance valid for the whole year, 365 days, I have to go back to Hong Kong at least every 45 days. Most of the time I do meet that requirement, but sometimes I might not go back for 2 months and then the whole insurance thing would be void. So it's a bit risky. Credit card insurance, I have credit cards that get me insurance, but sometimes I use a different credit card for my return trip or something like that. And most credit cards require you to book return journey with the same credit card. And the reason I have different credit cards, it's because of currency. Sometimes it's cheaper, better off with a Hong Kong dollar card, sometimes better with an Australian card. Yeah, so that's it for the Q&A today. I hope you enjoyed, and thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Again guys, thank you so much for watching, and a big shout out to my Patreon members and PayPal Me supporters for their continuous support to my channel. See you next week when I upload another